All right. This is ENX2 coming at you, pre-recorded as always. I'm joined by Katie Warnokowski. Did I?
It was close enough. Yeah, you've
Ah,
got it.
okay. It's the thing. I'm sure you've noticed, the person who edits the podcast, that I've tried every person's last name before asking them.
Yeah, I say my name's so long that it can get kind of confusing, but how it looks is how it's said. So it's just Warnokowski.
And you are ENX2's amazing multimedia specialist and fellow
Yes.
Marywood alumni. Like we both just went to the college, but never saw each other there.
Never.
Yeah. If you ever wondered who edits the podcast and our YouTube show, The Limelight, this is who.
It's me.
Yeah.
I'm always in front and behind the camera or behind the podcast, never in front of it. So
Well,
this is
how's it?
different.
Well, yeah. Then how's it feel to be on the other side of the podcast for once?
I never on camera or actually being the one to talk. I'm always the one that I get nervous when I'm in front of everything. So that's why I love the editing. So that way I don't have to worry about how I look or how I sound because I tend to jumble my words. So this is hopefully I talk well in this.
Or do you ever just like listen to us and be like, wouldn't catch me doing that?
Oh yeah, like especially when I'm editing all of our Limelight videos too. I Nicole has forced me now because I'm always behind the camera. I get so nervous. She has forced me to now be on camera for our next video that's coming out. So I already watched the footage back for it, and it's great.
Now you can join the rest of us.
uh,
Now you
Join the
now you can't sit.
humiliation.
Now you can't just sit in judgment. You have to be judged as well.
Yeah, so it's great. It's a good time.
Well, speaking of editing, is editing something that I'm sure the podcast is very different from the Limelight, where you're recording multiple different people and splicing them together, versus the podcast is just one thing in one go. Does that kind of make the podcast more tedious, or is it easier than?
Yeah, it's actually depending on what video I'm editing. Compared to when I edit the video, the podcast is actually a lot easier because I'm able to just listen. And it's always fun to listen to all of the podcasts, but it's just, I listen to it and all I do is just edit out all of our pauses. But for video editing, it just is so much more in depth than a podcast is because you have to go and listen to everybody, see how everybody is, get the other audio, get the other graphics and everything together. When a podcast is just listening, loving what I'm listening to, no matter who's talking, and just, I think it's more enjoyable because I just relax and listen. And for the most part, everyone's just so good at speaking that it's really easy.
No, you don't have to lie. You can tell us who's the most boring
No,
person.
no, I
Obviously,
say I
not me, the
think.
host. I can't. That no.
Oh, never.
I like. I'm sure if you remember when I tried to do a video like the first Limelight episode, and then
Oh my
I lost
god.
so. And thank God I had the excuse of losing half the footage for it, so that we
Oh
could do
my
it because
god.
it was a pain in the butt. And you did that in like a weekend. It took me
Yeah.
2 weeks to get halfway through it, so I can only
Well,
imagine how long that takes.
well, I brought it down to only 6 questions. You had it was 15 questions. So
Yeah, that also helps. So
got to keep it short. That's what I figured that out the hard way.
it must have been like terrible trying to get me who has these long-winded answers, who overthinks
Your
every question.
yours were the best though. Like back with the first video that we did for the Limelight, you went on a whole tangent about the ravens talking
Oh
or the
yeah,
crows. It was the crows. When I was just what animal would be the most annoying, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's this because of this." And you went into full detail being like, "Well, it could be crows, but they already talk, so they're already annoying." So that maybe seagulls because seagulls always steal my food. And it was this long tangent. So yours were my favorite because you just
yeah.
kept going and it's hilarious.
I'm glad someone could laugh because I was dead serious the whole time.
It was funny, trust me.
And I think I mentioned earlier how basically you produce everything for the Limelight, which is like I don't know if I'm sure people kind of got the gist of it because we talked about it, but in case like they didn't know, I kind of would describe it as a kind of game show where like everyone was working at the NX2 marketing firm is like just kind of chill, just kind of chill for a few minutes and answer
Yeah.
questions. Sometimes the first episode was kind of like this office style questionnaire. The second time was tongue twisters. The third one was a kind of contest on a big movie series. I don't know what I say because I don't know if it's like a spoiler or not.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know
I
how.
think We'll wait. We'll see. It's a fun one. It's
Okay.
about a big movie series. That's all we'll say for now.
Okay. I wasn't sure how close to the vest you wanted to keep it.
It'll be this week. It's coming out around the same time, but I think it's
Okay.
after this, so we won't say anything
Yeah.
yet.
Probably. I would imagine. Imagine if it didn't come after this.
And
And they
then,
already.
oops.
And they're already like, what are you wasting your time for? We already know what it is.
It's never, nobody will ever know then.
Yeah. I did want. I was just trying to get to the question. I wanted to know where you got the idea to do the limelight. Like, if you had any plans for what you want to do with it afterwards. Also.
Ooh. The whole idea was it just to get to know the whole crew better because for the most part everybody you don't really see anyone besides when we post each other on social media, but being able to show our personalities more is what really I think just makes the limelight so special because especially with the first episode with the stupid questions that I had asked, like just what's the most embarrassing thing that's happening right now? Like it's just watching everything back, you could see everyone's personalities and then getting to the tongue twister video where we even got Nicole to be in the video and seeing her instead of just our crew is just it really shows the other side that people don't really see and I think that's what makes it so much fun to film.
And then where do you want to go with it next? You think? Is there like do you have any like plans for ideas for future videos? Is there like any new ideas, or you think you want to keep it consistent where it's just the NX2 crew?
I think, at least for now, it's just going to be the NX2 crew. I know when we have our new interns coming on, I want to try and get them in some videos. But for now, I do want to just keep it to the NX2 crew because I think it really shows who we are instead of just how we write, how we post. It's just fun because it gives us a break every day instead of us just being at work focusing all day. We get to just relax and just have fun.
Yeah, that's I actually just made me realize that the interns have not gotten the chance to be on the limelight yet because they're always working
No.
from home.
Yeah. So we are having them in the our new interns are coming into the office, so then that'll be a lot of fun with them here too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it and all you
Yeah.
do for the podcast and
Oh
making it
yeah.
as big as possible and trying to like get rid of all the times I take a pause,
Oh yeah.
stop flying like I was a few minutes ago, or trying to hide any time I like embarrass myself like that. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
it's gonna be the same with looking at me now. I'm gonna have to hear my own voice and I'm not gonna have fun with it.
Thank you still, and thank you everyone for listening
Yeah.
in. And talk to you later. I just realized that when I wave, no one listening to the audio is ever known. And I realized that
Oh
before I
no.
should probably mention that I'm waving when I say goodbye.
Instead of just us going, yeah, bye. All
Yeah,
right.
this is like it's just a pause. And anyone who's listening on Spotify or Apple is just like, why is there a long pause at the end? Okay, and
Yeah.
then it just ends.
Yeah, we're waving, don't worry.